the origin of tragedy, before she became a monster. The one who brought the storm. Was Medusa's petrifying gaze a cruel curse, or her ultimate form of self-defense? A gaze of power. The predator becomes the prey. Is power a gift or a curse? Why did Athena, the goddess of wisdom and justice, punish Medusa instead of protecting her? The wrath of a goddess. A plea left unanswered. From loyalty to merciless punishment. Medusa, from a symbol of beauty and power to a symbol of destiny. The end of a legend. From pain to eternal power. Medusa was born from the sea gods, Phorcys and Ceto, possessing extraordinary beauty from a young age. Among her three sisters, Medusa was the only one who carried the kindness and beauty of humanity. Her flowing hair and radiant eyes made Medusa a symbol of purity. Medusa decided to devote her life to serving the goddess Athena, maintaining her unwavering loyalty. She vowed to keep her chastity and reverence for the goddess of wisdom. Medusa became an exemplary priestess, attracting countless worshippers to Athena's temple. Her presence was a source of inspiration, but also the seed of future tragedy. However, Medusa's beauty captivated not only humans, but also stirred the desires of the gods. Poseidon, the god of the sea, set his sights on Medusa and resolved to claim her. Poseidon, driven by ambition and intimidation, approached Medusa. Medusa sought refuge in the sacred temple of the goddess she served. But even within the sacred space, Medusa could not escape her tragic fate. Instead of protecting Medusa, Athena became enraged that her temple had been defiled. In her wrath, Athena transformed Medusa into a terrifying creature with serpentine hair and a gaze that turned people to stone. From that moment, Medusa became a symbol of curses and disgrace. People shunned Medusa, treating her as a monster. Athena, with her absolute power, sealed Medusa's tragic fate with an inescapable punishment. Medusa lived on a desolate island, isolated from both humans and gods. The legend of her petrifying gaze spread, attracting many predators. Those seeking glory all met the same tragic end. She did not wish to harm anyone, but her instincts forced her to defend herself. Cursed as she was, Medusa still maintained her reverence for Athena. Over time, solitude and pain made her increasingly ruthless. Her cave became a tomb for the reckless. She dared not look at herself, fearful of her monstrous face. Despite the curse, memories of her beauty and loyalty continued to haunt her. Perseus, aided by the gods, embarked on a mission to slay Medusa. He entered her sanctuary and faced the horror. Medusa, now a dangerous creature, prepared to defend herself. Using his intelligence, Perseus avoided her deadly gaze. In the most tragic moment, Medusa was slain by a mortal hand. From her death, the pure creature Pegasus was born. Medusa, though dead, became a tool for the glory of others. She became a protective emblem for the goddess Athena, a late act of redemption. Despite her tragedy, Medusa left behind a legacy of rebirth and strength to overcome adversity. Medusa, a terrifying monster or a victim of a cruel divine system. She was assaulted in what should have been the most sacred place. Athena, instead of protecting her, blamed the victim. The tragedy began when Medusa was punished for a crime she did not commit. From a beautiful woman, Medusa was turned into a terrifying monster. She became a victim of isolation and prejudice. Medusa is not a monster by birth, but by circumstance. Heidi Morse, 2018. Medusa only sought to protect herself from the attacks of the world. Her tragedy is a testament to the injustice society inflicts on women. Medusa's gaze was not just a curse, but a form of self-defense. She used her eyes as a weapon to survive in a cruel world. Her petrifying gaze was her strength, but also her sorrow. She did not wish to kill, but had no other way to exist. Her gaze was a rebellion against violence and oppression. No one dared to face Medusa directly, as the power of her gaze was undeniable. Her gaze is not a curse, but a shield against the unjust. Charlotte Curry, 2011. She turned her pursuers into monuments, reminders of cruelty. Medusa's petrifying gaze is the ultimate symbol of self-defense. Athena, creator of a monster or a deity seeking redemption. Athena, with the honor of a goddess, placed the responsibility on the victim. Instead of saving her, Athena stood silent and indifferent. Athena's betrayal made Medusa lose all faith in the gods. Athena exploited Medusa's tragedy for her own purposes. Athena's act symbolizes the betrayal of divine justice. John Henry, 2023. Medusa's head became a protective emblem, but also a reminder of injustice. Medusa's tragedy was the result of the injustice created by Athena. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, was she truly fair? Today, Medusa is no longer a monster, but a symbol of feminism. Medusa is reimagined as a symbol of beauty and suffering. Its horror and its beauty are divine. Percy Shelley. Medusa became a symbol of resistance against injustice. From mythology, Medusa stepped into modern art and culture as a powerful symbol. In popular culture, Medusa is reimagined through many perspectives. Medusa is a symbol of strength in overcoming adversity. Her story continues to live on, transcending time and space. Medusa, from an unjust victim, has become a symbol of resilience and freedom. Medusa is not just the story of a monster, but the voice of a forgotten victim. Medusa's pain reminds us of the injustices we often ignore. From a victim of power, she became a symbol of resistance and strength.